Today we're going to look at the uh, character window in Photoshop. To open this, you can go to Window, and there's Character right there. And you'll notice it's also, once you open it once, it's right over here now. Now this expands on our options window when we're using our text tool. Our text tool lets us change the type, the font and the type of font and the size, a few basic things. There's also our warp. But our character lets us get a little bit more fine-tuned on some of our options. So for example, if I highlight all of this text, I can come in here and of course I can change what text it is, same as up here. And depending on the type of text that you have, you may have different styles. So there's condensed, italic, and bold, and plenty of different kinds in here. Right over here, you'll find again the font size once again from right here. And just the same, you can pull this down and choose a specific font size. But if you put your cursor right on any of these little icons, you can drag to get the exact size that you would like, even though it may not be listed in the option here. So that's kind of a nice hidden feature. Next, we have leading. And the leading is basically your spacing between the rows here. Okay, there's also an auto. So if you're just not sure, you can come in here and do auto, and we'll auto space it out for you. Next, we have kerning. Now, kerning is basically three options. You have metrics, which gives you one look, optical, which gives you another look, and those are based on basic algorithms depending on the types of letters, types of font that you're using, if it's a tall letter, a wide letter, how that will space itself out um, based on the font that you've chosen. But you can also go in and choose to do that yourself, which leads me to our next option, which is tracking. And tracking just spaces out everything. So it gives you can do wide spaces. And again, I'm just using the slider, but there is the pull down menu. Same with width and height. That works the same way too. So you can make these all taller or shorter. And then this one is just wider or narrower. So it's not doing the space between the letters so much as it is just widening and shrinking the actual text themselves. Lastly, you have baseline shift. So I'm going to select one letter so you can see what I'm doing. And the baseline shift either drops that up or higher as needed. Reset that back to 0. So if I wanted to do half of the letters or most of the letters here, drop those down like so. Come over here to the G and raise that up. When I hit yes, it all applies. Then you have a few options down here. I'll just highlight this design part. There's an optional faux bold, which right now it looks really bad, but if I hit yes to it, it cleans it out, and you can see it's just a little bit more bold than that was before. There's also a faux italic, so if you didn't have an italic style here, you could do that right there. There's all caps option. There's small caps, which can't be on the same as all caps, but it gives it the full cap look without actually being the same size. You can like bring one up like that, so it's superscript. You can do subscript. You can do underline, and you can do slash through. Those are all options you can find on here. Now these other options down here are specific to specific fonts, and certain letters will allow you to do different kinds. So you can see that this one's highlighted here, and I can change the different alternates for this section. And those have right here. And there's various language options for spell check and different things like along those lines. And there's the anti-alias, so how the edges of this bitmap form based on the resolution that we have. Okay, and that is our character window. It gives you lots of options for setting up your text however you feel that you need to. And remember, when you're always done, you just come up here and hit yes. Don't forget, here's our color, and there's the same thing, color here. And we also have our text warp options right there.